What's up? It's Tony back with another episode of the ItsTony podcast, and today I'm going to begin with something that's lighthearted but serious at the same time. So, if you've seen any clip from the Joe Biden Trump debate, then you've seen that it's been going viral on all social media that Trump referred to something about black jobs.
It caused inflation. As sure as you're sitting there, the fact is that his big kill on the black people is the millions of people that he's allowed to come in through the border. They're taking black jobs now, and it could be 18, it could be 19, and even 20 million people. They're taking black jobs.
And on Twitter, it's been everywhere. Black Twitter has been going crazy about black jobs, and they even made a list of what black jobs are, and it's funny and jokes. And I'm gonna put some of the tweets in the video so you guys can see. It was funny. It was ha. But one thing that came out of all of that and the viralness of Donald Trump saying that is, one, the debate between Donald Trump and Joe Biden was terrible. How do we have those two people to pick from? And I don't even mean to get political or anything like that. I just mean to say, like, we just got the two old niggas that are, I don't want to say crazy, but we have two bozo old niggas just debating about nonsense. And it's like we got to pick between the lesser of two evils. We have one nigga that says anything he wants to say, Donald Trump. Then we have Joe Biden, the nigga that can't walk, he can't talk. They both need help to get up in the morning. Why are they the ones that are leading this country? I would never know, but not to get political. I wanted to more so speak on the black jobs thing and how it went viral and Black Twitter making it fun. I think it's funny to make jokes about serious stuff, of course, but I think we got to get out of thinking everything is funny. I know that we're laughing at Donald Trump because it was ignorant. It was an ignorant statement, and you could tell by the memes that people are making, even the list that people are making, that they not like taking Donald Trump serious about it, and they understand what he's saying is ignorant. But we make things like that, ignorance about us, go viral and make it funny of us clowning ourselves, and then the white people and Donald Trump be like, oh, they think we're cool. They think this is funny. So they keep feeding into that. And although there are some people that could see that the jokes are sarcasm and that we aren't seriously thinking those are black jobs, there are some black people, a part of our culture, that are dumb, that are ignorant as well. So if they seeing Donald Trump is a funny, charismatic guy, they just gonna go with charisma. They don't care that he don't know what he be talking about. They don't care that he might do things that may hinder us in the future. They just like, oh, we have a funny president that says whatever he wants and that is not trying to be woke or sensitive to other people's beliefs and stuff like that. So it may be funny to make jokes about black jobs and stuff like that, but at some point we gotta get serious. At some point, the joke is not a joke.
Ask me something.
I wanted to clarify on what you were just saying about black jobs. You seem to be saying these are low-wage jobs?
And at some point, the laugh that we get from highlighting somebody's ignorance, we have to understand that the result of highlighting somebody's ignorance, the scratch is not worth the sniff. Like, us doing that, us making that go viral and being Black Twitter and the black culture, that is not helping us for the future. There's a lot of serious things that is funny, but I don't think Donald Trump is the guy that we should make funny. Charisma shouldn't always get black people's attention. At some point, we need somebody with intellect. So to get off of that, it's kind of serious, lighthearted. If that's what I see as lighthearted, then damn, I don't know what I would see as serious. But for the next topic, I wanted to talk about the Cenat Music Fest. Supposedly, Kai is supposed to be having a music festival when he's going to have a bunch of big name artists, and he's supposed to be doing it in New York. I want to first say that what Cenat is doing with the streaming and everything, I think that is fire. I think he is inspiration, and he gives young kids another route to be successful, and shout out to him. I think that even the idea of somebody going from a streamer, somebody just being in the Bronx streaming and making YouTube videos and doing skits, to being the biggest streamer, having people like Kevin Hart on his stream, having a bunch of celebrities on his stream, and being successful not only for him but for his family. I gotta shout out to that. Now for the music festival part. I don't know if I would go to it, but I'm not a festival type of person. I think it's gonna be closer to like Rolling Loud, New York. And a lot of the Rolling Loud talent don't be good talent. They be like the younger generation. And it's not to say nothing's bad about that, but that's not the type of music I want to hear. I want to hear the good artists, the niggas that are really talented at this music shit. Not fucking, no disrespect, not Kyle Rich or 41, even though they be cooking. And I don't even want to see Cash Cobain, a nigga that I think makes good music. I don't even want to see him. I want to see the heavy hitters. The only thing that we could hope is that because Cenat, he does have relationships with the labels, because they be getting the artists to come on to his stream be as like a marketing tactic. Hopefully he gets some big names. But I'm not really trying to go to Kai Fest if it's going to be fucking mad TikTok dancers and mad TikTok artists on there. That's cool and all, and I think that he will be making history because he's a streamer that's basically making his own festival. That is fire. Don't get none of the music part that I'm saying like misconstrued. I think the idea of doing that is fire. I think that if he can make that an annual thing, he's goated for that. He's already goated. He's the biggest streamer in the world. But I don't want to hit them young niggas, bro. If you get Drake, that's fire. I don't know if you're going to be able to pay for that, and he might do it for the look, but I think that would be fire. If you get, like, just get big artists. Don't just get a bunch of young niggas. I don't even listen to them niggas' music. I listen to their music in passing, but I know it's going to be mad vibes, though. I think, like, mad people will want to go there. It'll be a moment, and shout out to Cenat. And speaking of, like, New York and, like, New York music and hip-hop and stuff like that, you guys should already know by now, Pop Smoke killer, one of Pop Smoke's killers has been released from jail. My only thing is, what is going to happen to that nigga now that he's released? He's just going to go back to New York and be fine? Like, you don't, like, the government don't think nobody's going to come after him? Pop Smoke was one of the biggest artists in New York, and he was going to get way bigger. Something going to happen to that guy. That's why is that video of him cut the ankle monitor off his leg, and his PO saying he don't feel like he's safe. Of course he's not safe, but isn't it the government's job to protect the criminals that come outside? Who else is gonna protect them? They gonna either protect themselves or the government got to do it. It just was a question. It's not like a serious topic or nothing I really care about. More so, the news about Pop Smoke being killer being released, it just made me want to put more light onto Pop Smoke and how great that nigga was, bro. Smoke, in my opinion, is Mr. New York. That nigga was... I just seen the potential that he had. Like, his first album, that when he very first came out, it was tough, bro. He had the streets on lock. No nigga could... It's niggas that try to sound like him. I'm not gonna say he trying to sound like him, but they sound very similar. Dusty Locane, I thought he was gonna be somebody trash. He couldn't take that... He couldn't take the crown. The nigga that's taking the crown right now, like I always say, is Cash Cobain. And it's not about him having the same sound. It's just like he has New York on lock. But regardless, that nigga Pop Smoke was dumb nice, bro. When that nigga came out, bro, they should have protected Pop Smoke. Fuck the killer. If something bad happened to him, that's none of my business. I'm not no street nigga. But the people that care, love him, they should hope that the government do something. And I just wonder what happens to all the other criminals that get released. Like, say they're found not guilty and they really did it. They come out and people want to hurt them. Whose job is it to protect them? I don't know. But shout out to Pop Smoke. That nigga was the king. And RIP to Pop Smoke. That nigga was the king of New York, bro. I don't care what nobody say. Hands down, that nigga was he had the crown. Next thing I want to speak about is Meg Thee Stallion's album. I want to give like a little review on it. And my review is really... I don't know if I'm Meg Thee Stallion's demographic. And I'm okay with not being her demographic. But I want to support female hip-hop. And to be honest, I can't get with the Meg Thee Stallion thing. Like, I listened to the album, and I'm gonna say all the positive shit first. Every freaking beat is fire. I didn't hear one beat that I thought was whack. All of the music on the album is fire. She even has a little bit of good like punchlines on the album. Fire. She had this one punchline. Is like, I'm it, but nobody could catch me. I thought that was tough. I just thought that was clever. She has those like riddled in that album, but I'm sorry. I don't know if it's her voice. I don't know if it's her flow, her cadence. I really think that it may be her voice, but I can't get with it. I don't like how she rap. I don't like how she sound. Like, maybe it's not I don't like it. I just cannot get with it. Like, it gets repetitive really, really fast. The only person I could think that she remind me of is the baby. It don't matter if he goes fast or slow. I cannot get with it. How he says the words, how he raps is just not for me. And I want to show support to female rap. I think Megan Thee Stallion is one of the biggest female artists right now. You see how she's doing on tour. She's clearly somebody. She's clearly important. So I went into this album trying to, give her a chance, because I've never listened to a Meg Thee Stallion album, but I could not listen to it. I could listen to it because the beats were great, but I could not get with it. Like, I didn't take no songs away. Another take that I have from that album, besides like her voice being repetitive, is that Meg sounds really great when another person is on the song with her. I don't know if it's because you get less of Megan, or she's just really good when her sound really complements other people. But every song that she's with somebody else, it is way more palatable for me than the songs that she's by herself. The last take that I have on that album is that I'm listening to it and I'm trying to get into female rap, like the newer people outside of like the more lyrical ones like Rhapsody. When I'm trying to get into this album, all I keep thinking about is Cardi B is missed. Cardi fucking B is missed in the female rap game. I need her charisma. Even though she don't write her stuff, I need Party to write somebody else stuff and get them to perform it well. I don't know if Meg needs to get back with Party and have him write the stuff for her, but I don't think that'll work. It's her voice. I can't get with it. But I need that Cardi B to come out, bro. Every time I see Cardi B perform, it look like she's pregnant, and I'm like, God, fucking damn. Another one, happy for her if she's pregnant. I wish you all the best, and I know you're getting money regardless, but Cardi, I need to hear you. I just like how you sound on the beat, even though sometimes you be stumbling over your words, and I think that if you've been rapping long enough, you should be able to not stutter over your words and stumble over your words, but I need a Cardi album. That first album, Invasion of Privacy, that sound, since that album, I haven't heard any women that rap about those topics. I haven't heard none of their albums and been like, oh my goodness. That Invasion of Privacy probably was the last album by a woman that raps about those topics, about looking pretty, about their body, and etc., and being the baddest bitch in the game. I haven't heard none of them sound as good as that Invasion of Privacy album. I'm going to exclude Nicki because Nicki is a legend. I'm talking about the newer women. I haven't heard none of them sound that good. I like some of they Lucy's, like Glow's Lucy's. I like Sexy Red Lucy's. I like Flo Millie's Lucy's. I like some Mulatto's Lucy's. But I haven't heard a body of work that sound as good as Invasion of Privacy. I'm sorry. And the last thing I want to say about that Megan Thee Stallion album, when I said that her clear audience is women, I just want to know, like, the women that are listening to her, y'all don't feel like she just says the same generic women bars over? Like, the topic that she speaks about, like, my body is better, I dress better, da-da-da-da. I'm not saying that she can't talk about that because male rappers do the same thing. I'm just saying that she don't do it in no clever way. Like, besides talking about herself and being boastful, as all rappers do, and I'm not judging her for doing that. Besides doing that, the only other thing she talks about is shade room raps. In those shade room raps, she's talking about stuff like she's basically on the album. It's basically a diss album about all the other artists that may have said anything about her. But the thing is, unless I'm on Shade Room, I don't know who she's talking about. I don't know who she's saying, oh, when they get together, they still can't beat me. I don't know who she's talking about. All that Shade Room raps, I don't know how is that palatable to anybody else. Is it only for the people it's for? And if it is, I'll mind my business. That's women business. I just want to see black women succeed. But I wanted to get into it because I like rap and I like women rappers. But I'll just mind my business. My last topic, it might be a little long-winded, but I gotta talk about Reason. In a previous episode, I said that Reason is making a mistake for leaving Top Dog Entertainment. I think that he should have stayed with TDE, and I think that he should have performed on that stage with Kendrick and them to get the shine that he wanted, get the recognition that he wanted. He didn't do that, and I think that was a mistake. He beefed with TDE, and he beefed with one of the big heads at TDE, Musa, his manager, and I thought that was a mistake as well. He spoke a lot about wanting his freedom. He spoke a lot about wanting to release music when he wanted to release it. And I believe that he's bullshitting his fans. I believe that he don't really know what he want to do. In a recent interview with DJ Head and Gina Views, he talks about freedom, wanting his freedom and all of that. And
you talk about as far as your transition?
I'm just excited. Like I've had a lot of ideas and things that I've wanted to do, projects, different creative ideas, things to help up and coming artists, because a lot of people know that that's a passion of mine. And it's just so many things that I've been wanting to do that I haven't necessarily been able to do given the situation. And I just want to sprint. Like before I was signed, that's what I did. Like I was outside every single week. I was freestyles, projects, release parties, merch, like everything. I just want to get back on that. Like I even see a lot of people asking where I'm going or signing. I don't know exactly what situation I'm gonna fall into, but I know I'm not falling into no situation that don't give me ultimate freedom. I want it.
Define ultimate freedom. You talking
being able to do everything, like being able to drop music, being able to, if I see an artist that I really, really rock with and I want to do a whole project with that artist, right, just because I want to do a project with that artist, being able to do that, being able to do the interviews that I want to do, being able to shoot videos the way that I want to shoot them and come up with creative ideas and execute them. Like anything that I want to do, I'm just now like super appreciation of the word freedom, like being able to literally be creative, go execute it, put it out, give it to the world, move on to the next thing.
In another interview with Joe Budden, he talks about wanting to put out a bunch of singles and not having to go to Top Dog and them to be approved to put out those singles. He talks about needing to be present in the rap game and like put out a bunch of work so your fans will see you and so you won't be this mysterious rapper that your fans don't know about and are always waiting for your music to come out.
At the end of the day, like where we at now, you just gotta do more. It just is what it is. You know what I mean?
I'm asking why. Why not? Why is the frequency the frequency? What are the real reasons? What are the meat and potatoes as to why that is not happening?
It's just been pushback. Like I turn in singles, and like I said, they live with them, and it's a second guess. I don't think we should do this unless we rolling into something.
That's the business. That's the label. Yeah. I'm talking about you and Lucy's. The direct relationship between you and your fan base.
I can't just drop a Lucy. Like contract wise, I can't just put out a record just to put it out without typing them signing off on it. I can't do that.
Well, now he has the freedom. And he's been apart from TDE for a while, and I have not seen a song drop. In the interview, they asked him, do you have an album coming out or anything coming out? And he's talking about he's working on it.
Okay. So when can we be expecting a project?
I can't give an exact date, but I'm like coming like very, very soon. Like I'm literally like putting the final touches on a project right now, and then I also have another project that's like probably 75% done that I'm putting final touches on that one also. So I'm trying to drop 2 this year.
TDE is, if you want to be patient and work on a great album, TDE is probably the best label to be under. We seen what happened with SZA. We seen what happened with Isaiah Rashad. He put out a good album too. We seen what happened with Kendrick. We seen what happened with J-Rock. We seen what happened with Ab-Soul. We seen what happened with Schoolboy Q. They take a long time and they put out good songs, good albums that be album of the year. Why leave them and talk about them holding you back and not allowing you to put out music and getting into a rant and a riff with the big head at TDE, Musa, your manager? Why do all of those things, and then when you get your freedom, you don't do none of the stuff that you was arguing with them about? You made it seem like TDE was holding them back, but that's not only reason. There's other artists, and it's a whole narrative about TDE that they holding a artists back and not allowing them to put music out. SZA goes online almost every album like it's a press run and says, "Oh, my album is done, but they won't let me put it out." There was a time, the fans always say that TDE is holding them back and they won't allow them to put their music out. Then Reason got into the riff with Musa, his manager, and about wanting to put music out and having to go to them and all of that stuff. They do all that ranting, and the reason they was ranting, you see it when the music comes out. We should have waited. I haven't seen TDE be wrong. Not one time yet. Every time SZA does that, when she finally comes out, it's a Grammy nominated album, and everybody knows all the songs to it, and it's mad popular. Isaiah Rashad had to defend TDE because the fans are saying that they holding them back and stuff like that, and Isaiah Rashad is saying, yo, they're just managers. They're just mentors. They're not holding us back. We, at the end of the day, has the ultimate say. I seen Punch in response to people being mad about SZA putting her music out. He even said, yo, if they want to put their music out, we're going to go back and forth, but we're not holding them back. If you want to put it out and it flop or whatever happens to it, whatever results come to it, you could do that. But we see at the end of the day, SZA does all that crying and she waits, and when she waits, she gets the result that she ultimately wants. My whole thing with talking about TDE and the narrative that they hold their artists back is that is not true. And I don't care what nobody says. I see this the success stories about TDE. I think TDE is one of the best labels. Kendrick waits 5 years every album and he puts out masterpiece. SZA waits 5 years or more, whatever, and they put out great albums. J-Rock, great albums. Ab-Soul's great albums. Schoolboy Q, great albums. Isaiah Rashad's great albums. Nigga, just be patient. And if you're not going to be patient, when you get the opportunity to not be patient, where is the music? Where is the music? What were you chasing? What were you looking for? What freedom were you looking for if now that you got the freedom, you're not doing anything with it? I haven't heard a Reason song. I haven't seen him do anything. I just seen him do the interview. And you doing the interview talking about nothing because you don't have no music ready. So why are you doing it? You talked about, oh, I want to do the interviews I want to do, the music videos I want to do, the freestyles, the singles I want to do. Okay, you have the freedom and none of what you're doing makes sense. You went on to an interview saying that you have music coming, but you don't know when it's going to come. You're still working on it. So why not do all of that working on it on TDE, the label that has all these success stories, that is proving that they have a successful method to make you a big star? Sometimes people may have to look in the mirror and say, nobody holding me back. I'm holding me back. Or I'm just not good enough yet. And if that's what it is, have accountability. I think Reason can rap, but I don't think he's different from no other rapper. And even in the interviews, I don't see it. Maybe TDE, if you was patient, they could have found a way to finagle you into being one of those guys. But I don't know what you're going to do on your own. I don't know. Some people say you're going to sign to Dreamville. I don't think none of that makes sense. If Joe said it, why go from one label to another label? If you want the freedom, just have the freedom the whole way. Be an independent artist. Build your community, build your fan base, and once you know that what you are doing is best for the path that you want to go down as an artist, then go to the label and negotiate what you want. But don't just go from one label, cry about what they was doing, then go to another label and eventually cry about what they doing. Niggas was hooray for Reason, free reason. Niggas was saying free scissors. Scissors still there. Nigga said free reason. He's off. Let's see what he do. I hope that he's successful. All I'm saying is that you're bullshitting your fans if you saying that you want freedom and you ain't doing none of that freedom stuff. Thank you for watching. It's been another episode of the ItsTony podcast. Tell a friend and tell a friend. If you disagree with anything I'm saying, if you like anything I'm saying, if you agree with anything I'm saying, comment below. Like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.